Hey TMFG community, Carlo Cansino here with John Iaconetti. And in today's Ask TMFG episode, we'll be discussing having a corporation and to plan for retirement. Again, if you do like our content, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, provide us with a comment, or give us a like. In today's episode, we'll be discussing 4 strategies to consider if you have a corporation for retirement income. John's going to get us started with those 4 strategies. John?
Perfect. Thank you, Carlo. So just like you mentioned, we had done videos in the past regarding retirement for people with pensions, retirement for people just, as employees. But now we're starting to think about those people that have their own business or have a corporation. And that's one thing that I feel like often gets forgotten. Those people that do have corporations tend to build up a lot of cash flow within the business itself, but aren't doing anything with that money. And just the same way as if you had a lot of money accumulating in your bank account and you personally want to get invested, you should be doing the exact same thing for your corporation. Now with a corporation, it is going to be a little bit different. So you are not going to have RSPs, you're not going to have a tax-free savings account within the corporation itself, but you are able to open just a general investment account, get that money growing for you over a long period of time. So the important thing for you is if you have accumulated some cash within your corporate account, it's very important to start getting that invested.
John, that's a great point. Now that you've accumulated all this cash and you don't need it for basic operating, what do you do with that money? Well, it's simple enough to open up a general investment account in your corporation's name and get that money working the hardest for you. Ideally, you want to have that money invested in an investment vehicle that will provide tax-efficient investment income. We find that to be equities or stocks. Equities or stocks will provide dividends or provide capital gain income. And with a corporation, you can take advantage of that capital gain income, or only half of capital gains being taxable, through your capital dividend account. So half of a capital gain, I think we're all aware that is half of a capital gain is taxable. That other half will accumulate in this capital dividend account and allow you to draw it out as a business owner tax-free. You've just provided yourself an income source on a personal level without paying any income tax.
It's a great point, Carlo, to take advantage of the capital dividend account, especially because you are a business owner. You do have the capability to get tax-free income from the equities that you do hold. Another strategy to take advantage of, whereas a regular person that doesn't have a corporation has an RSP, those with a corporation can open something called an IPP. An IPP is an individual pension plan, and you can contribute to an IPP ideally after your RSP has already been maximized. The corporation is able to make tax-deductible contributions, and the employee is then able to benefit from the tax-deferred growth within the IPP. Typically, IPPs have larger contribution limits than an RSP, so this should be able to help you reduce some taxes as well.
Great points, John. Again, you're wanting to take advantage of tax deferrals, whether it's through an RRSP or an IPP plan. 4th strategy that we should be taking advantage of is the flexibility in the types of income that you can draw from a corporation. Now, you can be drawing a salary, or you can pay yourself dividends. The benefits to drawing a salary is that you start to make contributions to the Canada Pension Plan, which can act as another income source in retirement. Now, the amount that you contribute into the Canada Pension Plan is determined by how much you draw out as a salaried individual. For those who are salaried, you understand that depending on what your income is, your CPP will be a percentage of that. In 2024, it's 5.95%. So 5.95% comes off the top of your pay, goes directly to pay into CPP, and you'll benefit from that at retirement age when you do end up taking it. Now, as a self-employed individual, you have to make the contribution that the business would be doing, or the employer. So there would be another 5.95% that would be contributed from the corporation into the CPP. So 5.95 from the corporation, 5.95 from the individual taking the salary, and you'll gain the CPP benefit. Alternatively, you can be taking a dividend out of the business as taxable income, but it does not qualify you to make CPP contributions, nor does it allow you to generate new RSP contribution room.
All right, so now that we know these individual factors that are going to play a role, I guess, into how or when you will be able to retire, the when is a very difficult one for a lot of people with corporations. Typically, when you're working just as an employee, you probably expect 65 or so to be when you would like to retire. A lot of people with corporations, you very well know yourself, this becomes wrapped up as part of your daily life, and you're really not thinking about retirement nor succession planning. However, obviously with us being planners here, we do encourage you to begin to start thinking about that. Where's the business going? Can it survive beyond you? Is there someone maybe in the family, friend, business partner that you can pass on the business to? And really from the retirement point of view, plan ahead so you can start utilizing the tools that we had discussed today to ensure that when you are ready to finally call it quits and hang it up for the corporation's perspective, you are ready to do so from the personal perspective as well.
Thanks, John. Thanks for putting it all together. Again, 4 strategies to consider when you are retiring with a corporation. Number 1, if you're accumulating cash, get it working harder for you, get it invested. Number 2, where does it go? Get it into equities, provides a little more tax efficient investment income. Number 3, make use of all the tax deferred investment vehicles that you have, RSP and then an individual pension plan. And then number 4, consider the type of income you'll be paying yourself from the corporation, whether it's salary or dividends. What makes the best sense for you? That's it for today. Again, if you do like our content, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, provide us with a comment, or just give us a like. Until next time, I'm Carlo Cansino.
I'm John Iaconetti.
And this has been Ask Team FG.